I want to deal with a little bit of laundry now, just some kind of behind the scenes stuff, really. You guys, we had an issue in the past where Kai the Hitchhiker, and he's a famed, he smashed somebody at an intersection with a hammer. And he was that hammer baby, he's that freelance construction worker. And he was like a national celebrity, and then he did murder. He did a few murders. And so anyway, that was a famed clip. Somebody took my face and put it on his clip, and it made the rounds on social media, and it was, funny and crazy. I can't believe that somebody made it. But then at a certain point, he filed a lawsuit against me, and said that I was using his footage and his name and I don't know, just his using him. And so we reached out to Morgan and Morgan, who's a sponsor of the podcast, and my buddy Dan Morgan is one of the Morgans over there, and so they've been handling that case for us, and I thought it was over with, but apparently it's not. We're still getting stuff in the mail, and so that I want to check in right now. We have Arthur Petrosian.
That's right. Hey, Theo.
Hey, Arthur. How are you today?
Good, brother. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, man. Except, I keep getting hammered by this case, man. This guy, he's resilient, isn't he?
Guy is definitely persistent. He's unfortunately been able to dance around some of these procedural issues in federal court, keeping the case alive. The court still has not heard the case on its merits. Wow. So we're confident that once they hear the case, they're ultimately going to dismiss it out.
And how many, has he filed? Because, I keep getting paperwork and a lot of handwritten stuff. And how many things has he filed at this point?
Multiple motions, multiple amended complaints. It's fun to read, to be honest. Mm-hmm. Every time I come into the office and I get a handwritten note from Kai from his jail cell, I open it immediately. I can't wait to read it. I actually have a document that he filed with the court. So this is an official document that he filed in federal court. And this is all public record. Yeah. So anytime you file a document in federal court, anybody that has an account can go in and look at this. So mm-hmm. I think this paragraph gives you a glimpse of what this case is all about and what he's been doing. And if you'd like, I'll read it. It's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, let's get it.
So this is Kai in his moving papers. He says, plaintiff is writing this at 5:30 in the morning. In a sweltering hot cell in a stone building without air conditioning that heats up during the day and holds the heat throughout the night. Mm. He's using a floppy, shank-proof pen. He typed this at the law library, but he only gets 5 hours once a week if he's granted extended access, and his access just ran out. And then it goes on to say, even now, plaintiff has to wake up at 3:30 in the morning, get his work on this opposition done before 11 a.m., or else the sweat-soaked document would be unacceptable for filing.
Wow.
Defendant, and that's you, in contradistinction, and these are his words, mm-hmm. has been making comedy videos in an air-conditioned studio, making a show in the most literal sense of slacking off, enjoying himself, instead of filing a responsive pleading. The court can see for themselves that during the time in question, defendant was having the time of his life.
Well,
so, it's going nowhere. It's just things like this that he continues to file. Again, the court, in order to provide him with due process, is kind of entertaining him at this point.
Okay.
But we strongly believe that within the next 60 to 90 days, when the court actually hears the merits of the case and actually reviews our motion to dismiss, that they're going to grant it.
So will we have to go to court, do you think?
I would. You don't have to, but I will definitely be there representing you.
Thank you. First of all, thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't.
I'm glad to be here. Glad we could help.
Yeah, no, I'm really grateful for you guys helping, man. God, I mean, it's just so. And so I guess if somebody's in jail, they still have the right. They can still sue somebody. They can still, even if they did murder, they can still. You don't lose those rights.
Absolutely. And this is what this case is about. And that's why we've been kind of sitting on the sidelines for about 6 to 8 months, is because the federal court wants to make sure that they provide Kai his due process rights and they hear him out. Again, eventually this case gets dismissed, but for now we're going through the motions and making sure that the court hears him out.
Wow. And do you guys get a lot of cases like this?
We don't handle a lot of cases like this, but we pride ourselves in fighting for the people, and we consider you a good friend, Theo. So we're all hands on deck on this case. We've got multiple people pushing it. We've got experts lined up as well too, just to make sure that you're going to be protected from every angle. So, it's kind of an exciting case. It provides some comic value for us, just because it's different than a lot of the other cases. But yeah, I almost
well, first of all, thank you guys so much, man. Dan Morgan is a nice guy, and we have a lot of mutual friends, and thank you guys too for supporting the podcast. And I know you guys mostly handle like personal injury, that type of stuff.
That's right.
Right. Yeah. But it would almost be crazy. What if we got to go do like a deposition or something? That would be wild, wouldn't it?
That would be wild. It would be very entertaining. We would probably have to take it in jail, in Kai's cell, probably. Yeah. I don't know if he'll get extended hours to go to the law library to do his deposition from there. But that would be exciting to do.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thanks for at least recognizing that this is kind of entertaining along the way. I'm sure it is a little bit different than normal. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely kind of a notorious figure. So.
Yeah. Well, we're excited to back you up. If there's anything else you need, you let us know.
Thank you. Hopefully I will not, but I appreciate that.
You got it, man.
All right. Have a good day, brother.
You too.
Wow. So that's interesting. But I'm grateful that, if you don't lose all your rights, I mean, what a fortunate country where you can do a murder and still go and have rights. I mean, you don't get, some places you don't even get that, I'm sure there's a lot of countries where you don't get that, where if you do a murder, that's it. They're like, hey, buddy, you did a murder, then that's all you doing.